The incident is raising more concern over the influence of social media personalities. Professor of Advanced Media in residence at the Newhouse School of Public Communication, Shelly Palmer, is here to break it all down. And Shelly, when we talk about Kai Cenat, I mean, this is a guy who has millions of followers on the platform Twitch and YouTube, and he can make a living. I mean, this is a real celebrity in the modern world right now.
It's an absolute celebrity. There's no question about it. Influencers are maybe few and far between, the way that TV stars or movie stars are few and far between. But people like Kai Cenat are incredibly popular and incredibly powerful. They're not in the public eye for television viewers so much, but they are in the absolute forefront for their own audiences, which happen on Twitch and YouTube and Instagram and all of the social media platforms that you commonly use. But not sure you're a follower.
And we know that the story here is that he wanted to give away these PlayStations. He wanted to sort of have this event, the snap of his fingers, sort of things go a little haywire. Were you surprised in watching this, how quickly he was able to generate so much attention? I mean, thousands of people showing up in the same place at the same time. Is that strange? Is that odd? Is that something that we see normally?
First of all, it's rare because of how powerful he happens to be. There are some very powerful influencers. For example, Mr. Beast opened a restaurant and had 10,000 people show up. And there is no amount of advertising anyone could do in traditional media that would bring 10,000 people to a restaurant opening. Here, you basically had what the police are calling a riot, and it certainly looks like, that to me, from just, one solid social media post. He had a little bit of help from some other social media influencers, but at the end of the day, it wasn't a snap of his fingers. These are loyal followers, people who consider him a star. Influencers are like a weird name to call anybody on social media. It's what we use, but it's not correct. These people are giant personalities. They have incredible followings. And by the way, it may not be your cup of tea. What Kai Cenat does on Twitch is he plays Fortnite and he plays Call of Duty and he does a few stunt videos on YouTube. If you like that as a genre, he is magnificent at what he does, and the way you can tell is by how many followers he has across all the platforms.
And Shelly, we heard the mayor, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, and we also had Jeffrey Madry, chief of department, right on our show yesterday, and they were talking about, look, part of this is that parents have to know what's happening with their kids. They have to know what their kids are watching, what their kids are looking at. They had parents showing up there in Union Square saying, hey, I think my kid's in there, I got to go get him. But they couldn't let him go in because things had gotten so out of control there. This is one of those things where the mayor is saying, hey, look, parents, we can't let these influencers raise our kids.
At the end of the day, most parents don't spend anywhere near enough time understanding what the internet is and what social media absolutely can and cannot do. And I think maybe this is a teachable moment. If you look here, this is the direct result of great marketing from Kai Cenat, but it's also maybe a little bit of parents not knowing what their kids are doing. Look, when you taught your kid to walk across the street, you grabbed their hand, you said, look both ways, let's cross the street. You didn't do it once, you did it a lot, like many, many times. When you let your kid use the smartphone when they're 6, 7, 8, 9 years old to calm them down, and then they have their own at 13, 14, 15, if somebody offers them a free PlayStation and you don't know about it and they decide that's what they're going to do, I can't blame the kid. I really can't. And so I'm not going to shame the parents. I'm just going to say this is a great moment for all of us to think, wow, there are influences on our children that we may not be aware of and may not be in control of. So that's a heads up for parents. And basically, I don't want to blame the influencers. They're doing their job. They're making a lot of money on YouTube and on Twitch, on platforms support. Yeah. Influencers with big followings.
And Shelly, not one of our normal topics, but it's a good one. Everyone's talking about it. So thank you very much, Shelly Palmer, tech expert. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.